My name is Dr. Jill Black. I am the Associate Dean here within our College of Health and Human Services, and I have the pleasure of helping to oversee our physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech-language pathology, and physician assistant programs here at Widener. The spaces that we utilize are largely known as Academic Center North and Wollman Hall. Here in Academic Center North, we have a combination of traditional classrooms, clinical learning labs, and student touchdown spaces. Because our students come in and are here all day, Monday through Friday, we have day lockers that students can use, put their things in through the day. ACN has 6 traditional classrooms. 3 of those classrooms are the traditional stadium seating. 3 of the other classrooms have traditional but flexible tiered seating. And in these rooms, we can move those furniture around so that pedagogically the instruction can match the space. All of our classrooms have state-of-the-art technology. So across these 6 traditional teaching classrooms are where PT, OT, SLP, and PA have their more traditional lecture-based or small group interactive learning. Within ACN, we have 5 clinical learning labs. On our first floor is a very large space that is our rehab lab. You'll find in here parallel bars, mat tables, there's an overhead gait training unit, all kinds of things that we can do that would be in a traditional rehab center, rehab lab. The closet is very spacious and it's filled with 20 wheelchairs and all the parts of those wheelchairs, all of our assisted devices. Upstairs, we have a clinical learning lab that we call our Orthopedic Physical Assessment Lab. This lab has 25 treatment tables in it. This would be typical of what you would find either in a physician's office or a physical therapy office. It is also equipped with all of the technology that we need for teaching. Moving next door to that is a clinical learning lab that we refer to as our hospital lab. In this space, we have 8 hospital beds, 8 treatment rooms that are separated by curtain cubicles, and we also have an associated closet. Also on this floor is another clinical learning lab that is called our ADL Learning Lab. ADL stands for Activities of Daily Living. And you'll see in this space that it's really all the things you need in your apartment living situation. Here you'll see our living room. Right next to it is the bed, the bedroom setup. And next to that is the bathroom training area. Around the back, you'll see a fully functioning kitchen and a washer and dryer. You'll see in the middle we have chairs and tables that are where students can sit and learn from instruction coming from the front and then pause and go out and practice and try. We have one more clinical learning lab in the space. That is our clinical anatomy lab. Fully state-of-the-art. We have 12 bays in which we can have 12 stations of students working in our cadaver lab. You'll see the state-of-the-art OR lights giving maximum light footage. You'll see that each station is equipped with a monitor, and that is for physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech-language pathology, and physician assistant students. We also have 3 interprofessional collaborative learning spaces. One of them is upstairs, and it is set up much like a coffee shop. It's a place where students can gather in small groups and pairs. Downstairs is another learning collaborative space that is a little bit more of a lounge space. And the third space is a little bit more of a conference huddle space. Throughout these 3 areas are large refrigerators and microwaves. ACN also houses our admin suite. Our admin suite is home to our program directors in PT, OT, SLP, and PA, as well as their program support specialists. It's also where my office is as Associate Dean and my support specialists as well. Here, students can come and find us for any of their administrative type of needs, making appointments, any issues that they have. Wollman Hall is home to our Chester Community Clinic. Our Chester Community Clinic is our student-run interprofessional pro bono clinic serving community members' needs who are uninsured or underinsured. Within Wollman Hall, as you enter, you go up the steps and you find our reception area. This is where all of our clients will sign in for any of the services for which they're here. We have a student leadership office right around the corner from it. Because we're student run, we have student leaders that are here every time the clinic is open, and they are serving as our clinic managers. The first piece to highlight is our speech-language pathology clinic. This is where our speech-language pathology students get their clinical practice. We have 5 clinical learning lab spaces for the speech clinic, and they have a supervisor oversight room. Here you'll see the large monitors, and this beams into each of the 5 clinical learning lab spaces for the SLP treatments, and the faculty or supervisors can be in this space watching the students while they work. Across from the SLP clinic learning pieces is our primary care suite. Here you'll see 5 treatment rooms, and this is where our nurse practitioners from Widener provide services for community members 2 evenings a week, thereby interfacing with the rest of our services and being able to meet the needs of our community in a full, comprehensive way. We also have the physician assistant program utilizing this space for their practice areas. Downstairs is where we have our physical therapy and occupational therapy spaces. You'll see where we have the traditional parallel bars, some treatment tables, some exercise opportunities in this space, as well as a private treatment room for those initial evaluations. In another space, we have the aerobic exercise equipment. We have an occupational therapy workstation table, an upper extremity station table, another opportunity for our PT and our OT students to provide services in a meaningful way to our community members. The ADL apartment is here on the basement of Wollman Hall. This is where it's fully set up as a fully functioning apartment, but this is where we can bring our clients in for functional training within this lifelike environment. We also have a pediatric sensory gym. This is heavily used by our speech-language pathology students, our occupational therapy students, and now our physical therapy students. Finally, we have spaces that are used by our clinical psychology interns and our social work interns, and we have a biofeedback intern. So many different services operating within this clinic. We are excited to be able to have this space as a living learning opportunity for our students to not only learn their own craft, but to learn of their other colleagues' crafts and to make a positive difference in the lives of our community members. Thank you for this time in viewing our virtual tour. We are excited that you might potentially be interested in our PT, OT, SLP, or PA programs here at Widener. There are a few things that make Widener unique. One of them is our space, set up to be interprofessionally collaborative. That's a hallmark of Widener. Another hallmark of Widener is that we're committed to our community. So you are going to be living and learning your craft, your skills, while also making a positive difference in the community.